Okay, so now we're doing factoring sums and differences of cubes. Um, so for this first one, we have a cubed plus b cubed equals a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. And that's the formula we're going to be using for factoring a sum of cubes. The formula for difference of cubes is virtually the same. If you have a cubed minus b cubed, it's a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So the only difference here is if it's a positive, your first two are going to be positive, then you have a sign change here. If it's negative, your first parentheses will have a minus, and then this will be positive. So just, if what I said didn't make sense to you, just look at the differences here. You have a positive here, negative here, positive here, negative here, negative here, positive here. And in terms of the whole thing making sense, it's not going to make sense to you until you see an example. So all we're doing is we're factoring. We're finding things that multiply to make this. So whenever you get an example, it'll look something like this. Factor 8 minus x cubed. The first thing you need to do is decide, does it look like this, or does it look like this? One's positive, one's negative, so I know it looks like this. So I have to decide what is A and what is B. A cubed is 8. A is not 8. So if A cubed is 8, then what cubed, we want to know what A is, so we need to know what cubed is 8. The answer is 2. A is 2 because A cubed is 8, and we're looking at a problem 8 minus x cubed. Then we need to know B cubed. B cubed is x cubed, so then B has to be x. So first thing you do is you take the cube root of each of these, and that'll tell you what A is and what B is. Then you just take A and B and plug them in here, and you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I have A cubed minus B cubed equals A minus B. Well, I found out A is 2 and B is x, so A minus B would be 2 minus x. Then I have A squared, 2 squared, that's 4, plus A times B, 2 times x is 2x, plus B squared, that's x squared. And that's all there is to it. I just factored that by following this little formula. So you need to learn these formulas, but your test will be multiple choice, so that should help. But you need to learn these formulas and then just plug things in. Okay? So if it's a cubed plus b cubed, it starts with a plus b, and it has a negative in front of ab. If it's a cubed minus b cubed, it starts with a minus b, and it has a positive in front of ab. Alright, so let's do another example. I'm just going to make all of this onto one video. So I'll move this over here. For my second example, I'm going to do one slightly more difficult. So let's say for this one we had 64 x to the power of 3 plus we'll say 27. So first thing we have to do is decide, is it this or this? They're both positive, so it's this. If you had one negative and one positive and this one is the negative, just switch the order. Okay, anyways, it's this one. Second thing we got to do is take the cube root of each of these to figure out what A and B are going to be. So the cube root of 64, what multiplies by itself thrice to give you 64? That's 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. So A equals 4. 27, Oh wait, sorry. So, and the cube root of x cubed is x. Then 27, the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 2 is 27. And once we got that, it's just plugging in. So we plug right into this formula. A plus b is going to be 4x plus 3 times a squared. So a squared would be 4 times 4 is 16. X times x is x squared. We're going to put that in. Okay. Minus AB, so minus 4x times 3 is 12x, plus b squared, 3 squared is 9, so that's going to be our answer. That's really it. Here's a quick list of cube roots. I'll just do it this way. 1 cubed is 1. Here I'm just going to make them columns. 1 gives you 1. 2 gives you 8. 3 gives you 27. 4 gives you 64. And 5 gives you 125. Those are by far the most common ones. So 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, 4 cubed is 64, and 5 cubed is 125. Alright, so now you have everything you need and you can finish your study units.